Ford is a terrific, terrific franchise, an American icon. And Steve Randall, the regional manager of Ford, is here. And with that, Stephen, thank you for letting us use you, and thank you for breakfast, more importantly.
Thank you. Maybe we can swap out here. Thanks, David. It is truly a different place that we're at today. I mean, over 700,000 units sold in the Philadelphia market last year, and it was a much different time, as Dave said, when he was first told he was going to be the chairman of this event. But a very, very, very strong industry. Everybody is here. I want to welcome the press. I know it's not the easiest thing in the world to get up at the crack of dawn and get down here in this nice, warm, toasty environment. I want to thank you for your support of the industry every day. I have some of my dealer friends out there, so thank you guys for coming and supporting me this morning. And I have a number of members of my team that I want to point out so that if you have any questions after my remarks, that you could find them. I have Rich Terrell, my sales operations manager over here. Standing to the right of him is Dave Principato, our sales and marketing manager for the East Coast. I have Wally Hagan to his right. He's our marketing manager in Philadelphia. I have Paul Yarborough to his left. He's our Ford Credit Regional Manager. I have Rick Wydowich in the back. He's our Service Operations Manager. John Clore is here from Dearborn. He is our performance enthusiast expert, and he really is. So if you have any questions around our performance vehicles as we move through today, he's a perfect person to ask. I also have Jason Saucier here to represent our Lincoln brand. And he has some exciting vehicles in his display down here, including the all-new Continental. And there you are, Jason. And I also have on my team some zone manager specialists that will be in front of each of the cars you see in front of us to help me answer all of your questions post-press conference. David did a great job of introducing me. I am Steve Randall. I'm the regional manager here for Philadelphia. I have 25 years with Ford. And I have been in and out of the Philadelphia market for almost 20 of that, so I'm very familiar with Philadelphia. I've called it home since on and off since 1989. So I want to talk a little bit about 2015, kind of give you a year in review. David did a nice job of kind of framework, and it was a very, very strong year in the industry with sales, overall all industry sales of almost 18 million. But thankfully, Ford is the #1 brand in the United States. That's our 6th straight year of being the #1 brand. We had sales of over 2.5 million vehicles, which were our highest sales in the last 9 years. Ford F-Series was again the #1 selling truck for the 39th year, and also the best-selling vehicle in the United States for the last 34. Now, Philadelphia experienced a very strong year as well, and we were part of the growth that we saw in 2015 nationally. Thanks to our Ford dealers, we regained the #1 brand here in Philadelphia for the first time in at least 3 years. We're now the #1 brand in Philadelphia. And our regional sales were over 64,000 sales. It was our best year in over a decade. So it was a really strong year. Explorer, Escape, and F-150 also posted best in a decade sales. So it was a very strong across our entire lineup. And equally important to me is that our Ford dealers opened 19 all-new facilities in 2015. Why is that important? Well, that shows a commitment that they have to their communities. They are the pillars of the community. They're Ford in their local areas. It's also a commitment to their employees. It's a statement of what they have and what they believe in their employees. And it's also a statement to our brand. So very, very exciting. Kind of to cap that thought out, by the end of 2016, 70% of our sales volume, 64,000 this past year, will come through all new facilities. So it really, really is a very strong statement to the brand. Well, that said, let's talk a little about 2016. Again, our emphasis is going to be on growth, and we're going to continue to talk more about and put a framework around our smart mobility initiatives. What is smart mobility? Well, we're going to continue to be an auto company, designing, marketing, and building outstanding cars and trucks, but we also need to start looking into the future and becoming a mobility company. And what I mean by that is all the things that are associated with mobility it's not just buying your car, but the other things associated with that. We need to look towards the future and see how we can provide for those needs as well. I guess the statement that really kind of puts where we're at with the mobility, it really is not very distant from what Henry Ford said when he started the company. That Ford is committed to making people's lives better by changing how the world moves. We're adding 13 new electrified nameplates to our product portfolio by 2020. That's over a $4.5 billion investment. And we'll continue to hear more about and implement more along our smart mobility platform. Our plan is to take Ford to the next level in connectivity, whether that's automotive wearables. We have an experience lab in Detroit around that, developing future applications on how you can interact with your vehicles, enhancing in-car functionality, and most importantly, improving drivers' personal safety. From mobility, we're looking at very many different things. One of the things that we just announced is a pilot in Austin, where we're looking at where small groups of people or families could collectively own and finance a new car through Ford Credit. And we're working very, very hard on autonomous vehicles. In fact, we're the first manufacturer that just tested an autonomous vehicle in snow, which when you think about autonomous and how it's going to be impacted with weather, is a really important thing that we're going to have to figure out in the future. And we're also going to use data and analytics like never before. We're partnering with IBM. We've created a data platform that allows research scientists to kind of take small bits of data in 10 to 15 seconds at a time to kind of improve mobility. I guess the way that I really kind of thought about that myself as I was driving in this morning, coming down 95 and getting stuck at Cottman Avenue. So think about how you could use the data based on what's in your cars to tell you how to reroute en route by using that kind of data. So those are the types of things that we're thinking about as we are moving forward with the whole mobility, autonomy, and connectivity. So that's kind of the future piece. But let's talk about today and what the auto show is really about, which is some very exciting new vehicles that we have all on our showroom floor. I'm going to start with the one on the left, which is our all-new Focus RS. It's an all-wheel drive, 315 horsepower, European-built vehicle, powered by the 2.3-liter EcoBoost. It's one of the most eagerly anticipated vehicles. It's the buzz around all the buff books and everywhere about how much power and how much capability that little car has. It's packed with technology, including all-wheel drive, and has remarkable driving characteristics and performance. We'll have a product specialist over here to talk a little bit more about it after my speech, and if you have any questions as well, John's available. Moving to my right, so that I have you guys moving your heads left and right, I will talk about the all-new Ford Fusion. It's our smartest, fastest, broadest, most technology-packed Fusion ever. It's got cutting-edge technologies such as adaptive cruise control with pedestrian detection, which is a first. And it also has advanced capabilities including automatic parallel and perpendicular parking for a better driving experience. It's the first car in North America, as I said, with a pedestrian detection system. Other advanced technologies include our all-new Sync 3, and we have a full range of engine offerings, including EcoBoost Hybrid, plug-in hybrid, a new V6 EcoBoost Sport, so customers can find and pick a Fusion that fits their needs. The interesting thing about the Fusion Sport is that it's a 2.7-liter EcoBoost that gets over 325 horsepower on that platform. It's actually faster than a comparable BMW. I was doing some research as we were talking about the speech, and you start talking about the technology and the investments that we made with EcoBoost. 325 horsepower out of a 2.7-liter engine. I remember when the first SVT was launched, the F-150 SVT in 1994, that had 240 horsepower in a V8 engine. So you can see how technology and materials and everything have come about to really bring forward both performance and also fuel economy. I don't know if you guys can see this because it's so big right here next to me, but this is the all-new 2017 F-Series Super Duty pickup. It's the toughest, smartest, and most capable Super Duty ever. This will be available and coming to us this fall. It's got an all-new fully boxed frame. It's 95% high-strength steel and high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy in the body and the cargo box. So it's a bigger vehicle. It has 16 segment exclusive features. It has up to 7 cameras so that you can see around the car on all angles. Makes backup and trailing easier. It has adaptive steering and adaptive cruise control. Adaptive steering is important, especially at low speeds. It makes it a lot easier for the vehicle to turn, especially when under load. The advanced materials, we have reduced weight by up to 350 pounds, while we reinvested the additional weight savings where it counts, which is in the frame, to give customers more towing and more payload than ever before. So a really, really strong addition to our lineup, and then one of the reasons why we're really bullish on 2016. To my left here, we have the new Escape, which has been redesigned from the inside out. We started on the inside, where everything a customer comes in contact with is either new materials or new design. It's all about our customers, making it better for them. Ready to lead in the biggest and most competitive segment, not only in the United States, but also here in Philadelphia. From driver-assisted technologies, including enhanced efficiency, the new Escape presents customer feedback put into action. It's clever. To keep everyone safe, it's packed with new driver assist technology. It has enhanced active park assist, both parallel and perpendicular. It has a lane keeping aid, and also has adaptive cruise control and collision warning. And a Ford First that also has Sync Connect, which is a new connectivity feature which allows you with your phone to actually find where your car is, unlock it, start the engine, and even check the fuel level. So that's a new first that you'll start to see proliferate through some of our other vehicles. It's more capable, it's more fun, and more efficiency. It's got 2 new EcoBoost engines, a 1.5 and a 2-liter. New auto start technology is standard in both, which shuts off the engine when not needed. So when you're sitting at red lights or stuck in traffic, it'll allow it to burn less gas and have fewer emissions. So you'll see about a 4 to 6% improvement in fuel economy based on the auto start stop features. It's confident. It's got a very forward-thinking design. It's got a new sport appearance package for 2017. Plenty of storage, and it really does make customers feel unstoppable. Now I'm going to close out with our F-150 Raptor Super Crew over here. We're very fortunate to have this at the show. This is one of the few prototypes that we have. It's back after a 2-year hiatus to be the toughest, smartest, and most capable Raptor ever. It's a crew cab now, so it's got more room for passengers and gear. Expands the choice and availability. It has enhanced suspension capability, and it's got an all-new 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine, which is paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. So just an outstanding machine. The horsepower figures have not been released yet. We'll have more details on that closer to launch. But our expectation is that it will exceed the previous Raptor, which was rated at 411 horsepower. So an outstanding vehicle. I do want to talk a second here about the Lincoln Continental, which is just down here on the left. We're actually fortunate to have a Lincoln Continental here at the show as well. It really is all about quality and elegance. It's the new flagship sedan for Lincoln. It's effortlessly powerful. It's got a new 3-liter twin turbocharged V6 engine and a beautiful class-exclusive Revel audio system. So a lot of exciting things here in the Ford display and the Lincoln display, but overall this is just a tremendous show. I'm glad that we're a part of it. Now it's 115 years old. I want to thank you all for attending. Encourage you to spend some time in the display, experiencing all the new Ford vehicles. And like I said, we'll have myself and my team here to help answer any questions you may have. So thank you very much, and thank you for attending.